Can all teams get ready because the game starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go. What's up? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And guys, I've got a tongue twister. Like, it's late now. I need to sleep. I'm gonna try this for the last time. The devil is a liar. God, please. Let's go. Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Desmond Jr. Springboki. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. And if you are a returning subscriber, this is your opportunity to turn on the notification bell. Because, please, let's grow the squad. Okay, cool. So, I don't have to explain the title of the video. We're going to get right straight into it. Alright, so my video is hopefully going to leave you not only inspired but also knowledgeable, but also ready for when you apply for an internship. You know what I'm saying? And also, but this video is also part-time for groovists, those of us who know that we're missing out because some of these events are not going to be taking place this year due to Miss COVID-19 coronavirus, who just has us by our balls. You know, so we'll reminisce, take a journey down to those events that have passed us in 2019 that we enjoyed so much that we can't get that opportunity to do right now. And I hope you are staying safe and staying blessed. So, let's get into it. The thing I need to start with is, guys, actually, I hope you guys are keeping safe. We're about to go to level 3 at this point. I hope everybody is not thinking coronavirus is going to disappear because we went to level 3. Please still keep safe, even when you're standing good lining in jewels. Please social distance, you know. Take care of yourself and take care of the next person. You know, I mean, what the take care of the next person, that's all you need to do. You don't have to worry about what others are doing. Well, I'm not gonna advise, not that I'm worried about what you're doing. It affects us all. And I hope nobody took their kids to school also, because I think that's a ridiculous idea. I ain't even gonna lie, it's ridiculous. Like, dog, especially households that have like older people over 70 and kids who are under 2 or 1. Guys, no, don't take those kids to school. I just read something on Twitter. South Korea has gone back to lockdown ever since they decided to open schools again. So we all know where this is going to end. It's not going to end nice. So let's just participate and be organized citizens, please. South Africans, please. So where do I start? So yeah, I actually enrolled for this internship last year. Yes, beginning of last year. Oh no, beginning of 2018. End of 2018. That's when the applications opened. So I enrolled, and basically I got invited for an interview and went through a series of interviews to get through to the actual program to be part of the internship. And all of that went well because, I mean, you know me. Come on, who wouldn't want to work with me? You know what I'm saying? I'm charming, beautiful, well-spoken. I lead, you know, come on. You want me on your team. You know, you two watching this, you want me on your team. Anyways, so cut a long story short, I got into the company. And so basically this is an events company. It's an events company that does a lot of other things, you know, like there's sponsorship involved, there's government work involved, there's corporate marketing involved, then there's events, then yeah, I hope I'm not missing out on anything else. So yeah, I got into the company, and then let me tell you, word of advice, when you're looking for a job, this is just genuine advice for looking for a job or internships. don't take reference as the only type of research that you do about a company. Research, yes, use reference, people you know have worked for the company, but also go deeper. Like, speak to different people, don't speak to one person. You know, your source of your reference cannot be just one person. That isn't smart. So yeah, so obviously I have to have a reason for. So guys, let me tell you, it's always important for you to do research on companies that you want to work for. And not only because you want to know the structure of the company or what the company is about or who runs the company, not only on that basis, but you should extend it further to finding out what the company really does as like the business model. So in terms of, because a lot of companies will come up and say, yo, you know what, I'm an influencer, for example. I'm an influencer and I run my own business, but inside that you don't know what else I do to bring bread to my mouth. You know what I'm saying? So like, just like with companies will be known for a certain thing, but inside that company there are so many other departments and so many other things that they do and they run that you would need to know, so that you at least know where you can fit in and where you can add value. You know, I know it's not always the case and it's not always as easy as said, especially in these times and especially in this country we're living in. It's so hard to find a job, number one. So the moment you get presented with an opportunity, you really want to grab it. You don't have time to do research and stuff, but I can tell you how it's very important and beneficial to you to actually do some research before you get into a company. Like, even the types of, find out about the staff, find out about the employer, the company culture, you know, things that are people won't necessarily look for when they're looking at a company. And that way you at least have an idea of what you're getting yourself into, you know, and which is always key. So, but yeah, so the gist of this video is me as an getting into an internship, like as the title says, my internship, my year as an intern. So at first it was exciting. It was so exciting, just the idea of getting into this company that is run by two young black men who are doing so amazing. By the way, they are very inspirational. They're doing amazing. And you know, just the whole idea of being within that space and getting to learn and getting to be in that space. This is better, guys. So yeah, learn about the company culture, learn about what's required for you or from you as a person to get into that space. So yeah, from the beginning, like I said, it was so exciting. I think it was one of the most exciting times of my life, because I'm like, yo, here's an opportunity to work, but at the same time have fun, because it's that type of a job, you know. It's a bit of a balance. And if you don't have discipline, my friend, if you don't have discipline, like this one right here, when I went into this job, you'll have. But anyways, so yeah, we went, and then so the first weekend is basically introduction weekend. So you get to be introduced into the company culture, the staff, and just how the company runs and who is behind the company, you know. And one of the most insightful weeks in your year, one of like probably the most insightful. So this is probably where your pen and I'm so sorry, guys. Your pen, paper and notepad are your friends during this weekend. And then from then you literally go from this holiday retreat thing straight into business, like into work, and you're thrown. Like, my first official day of work was Fontaine. Yes, Fontaine was my first work. Cause where is Freshers? Freshers is supposed to be somewhere there. Oh yeah, there's freshers. But that was my first day of work. Now, let me tell you, this comes from me, someone who at home has never really been the handy guy. Sorry, okay, my technical glitches are fine now. So this comes from me for someone who's never really been the handy guy at home, ne? You get to Fontaine and literally we have to set up and make sure everything is on point so that when people attend Fontaine, everything's on point. So like from the bean bags to the chairs to the heavy steel tables to just what goes into making an event. If you've been to Fontaine, you would know, you would have seen, you know, you guys just come to party and have fun. Let me tell you something, we got to do all that work to make sure that you guys get to party more nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so got to do Fontaine. It was my first gig, our first gig rather, and it was foreign to me. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I got a nest like a Fontaine, and all I see is just when things are fine. You don't know what goes on behind, like the making of. Like a lot of work is put into these things. Like I can't tell you, and a lot of labor goes into it. The labor work is crazy. Second, so yeah, so my second practical event or just event was Freshers. So we did Freshers together with Tux FM, and that was nicer because there wasn't too much work. So there were companies who were bringing in the benches, doing a lot of the pickup and whatever. It was for a bigger crowd also, like so like I think 5,000 people expected for that event, or 4, and so the space was bigger, so more people were expected to come, so a lot more infrastructure was going to be there. So people brought their own infrastructure, like brands bought it and they set it up for themselves. So it was fun. A lot of Freshers was fun. Like I remember we drank a lot, and that's when I actually found out that actually the job that I'm getting myself into is going to make me an alcoholic. Because Freshers, I think at the end of Freshers, and Chido can testify to this, I ended up macking on someone, like no details, and I wonder who that person is. Hey, but anyways, that is how fun Freshers was. I barely do these things, can you imagine? I ended up asking for someone's number and did something inappropriate, but that I will not share. So yeah, so prior to these events, and also what goes with Freshers, so Freshers is a big event, so we try to get people to be part of the event, so we do a lot of marketing too. And with this one particularly, we did a lot of activations on campuses, in town, on the streets, like passing down flyers, social media marketing, you know. So we had to come up with plans, make a social media plan. Was I working on a marketing at this time? No, I wasn't. I was working, what was I working at this time? Oh, sponsorship, so it's fine. So yeah, whoever was in marketing had to come up with the strategies and plans on how we can pull in a crowd, you know, of like students and first years and people our ages to attend Freshers, which is nothing wrong with it. And so yeah, that was one of the first few weeks, and this was when things were still nice, things were still fresh, and things were, I even see on my plan, I still had an idea that I wanted to pitch to the brand, you know, which to the company, which was a role that I wanted to play, and even today I haven't done it. Guys, let me tell you, when you get an opportunity, when you get a doorstep in there, don't wait. Don't wait and don't be afraid. I think fear is the most crippling thing that you'll ever have in your entire life, and it brings you nothing. Because fear, I think Will Smith described it like fear is, what did he say it was? Fear, okay, I forgot. But something like on the other side of fear lies your greatest experience, you know. So whatever cripples you and whatever makes you scared, you must push it out and say, in the name of Jesus, devil, we're on level 3 now, we can go to church and pray, get out. So yeah, cut a long story short, that passed, and then we had another fontaine in that month. So sorry, you can imagine, March was 2 fontaines, 1 freshers, a lot of stuff to do, and in between that there's other work. In the office we'd have other work to do, like sponsorship on the sponsorship side and stuff. So it wasn't really only events, there's just a lot of things going on at the same time. And then I also hate about writing down goals. It's like you write down things that you want to do, and at the end of the day, at the end of the year, you find them still on your calendar and you're like, boy, what are you doing with your life? Huh? You thought you were just gonna write it and it's gonna implement itself? Dumb ass boy. Excuse my language. So May is one of the coolest months in that company, because it's one of the boss's birthdays. So we also do their birthdays, and we plan, execute, and make sure they also go very well. So this particular one was very nice. And did I get an opportunity to style either of them? Was it too soon? I think it was too soon. Also, fear again, guys. I always wanted, like, my dream as soon as I stepped into the company was to style my bosses, because I just had this vision of how, you know, they would look, you know, obviously with what they have in mind of how they want to look, but still just the idea of pitching to them and saying, yo, look, this is how I want to dress you. When you get that opportunity, baby girl, baby boy, you better make use of it. I think I'm at a better place now. I'm much more confident now. I'm fearless now. I will go for whatever I want to go for, and I will get it. So that passed. That was just something to mention. So yeah, we did that event, and that was another event that made me realize, oh yes, my child ubereka lady alcoholics, professionals also. We're now amateur and about who school. We went in, like, into a point where one of the maids slept, got drive-through at KFC. And I only found out this, I think, because I went back to work. We went back to work after a long time, and it was literally the funniest thing to ever hear. Because, like, dog, do you get drunk to a point where you go to a drive-through KFC, sleep at the drive-through, my boy? Won't mention any names. So then we moved into June. June was a little bit quiet, but for me June was exciting on a personal note for me, because in June I graduated. Not just a pretty face, okay? Just so you know. Graduated in June, and then I also had some gig in Durban for a weekend. Don't really want to go into that a little bit, but I don't really want to get into that, but yeah. And then, but also on a rather much sadder note, I lost my granddad also in the very same month, and it actually just hit me looking at my calendar from last year. And I missed his funeral because I was at a gig in Durban. May his soul rest in peace. Anyways, so then we had Fontaine. Oh, and I had Forbes in that month. Yeah, that month was very interesting. Attended the Forbes 30 under 30. Got so much very inspired by everyone who got nominated and won. Not won, but got listed as, you know. And then we had Fontaine on the Sunday. So now, you know, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna have to be honest. So going to the year, obviously beginning of the year, things were hectic. Fontaine set up, you know, whatever. And I didn't like that, you know, and stuff. But heading into towards the end of the year and stuff, I actually was not part of much of the setup anymore. Because, I mean, what's my name, boy? What's my name? Not that I wasn't part of it, but like, shout out to Chloe, shout out to Jason, shout out to Doomy. They understood the type of person I am, and they would do most of the work, you know, and I wouldn't have to carry all those tables, you know. Yeah, I mean, into building guys and shipping. But anyways, that was a fun day because I was celebrating my graduation. Then there was July. We skipped July. I thought there was nothing in July. Can't the next papa. July is probably, I don't even know what to call it, but like the biggest to ever come out of all the events, and my biggest memory, and the only thing I'm gonna remember. Actually, it's not only July only. Oh yes, it's July. Yo, how did I miss July, guys? I'm gonna edit and have June, July, then we'll come to August, September. July for me was incredible. So we went July's Sun City. Sorry, that's when we partner up with 5FM and have a huge festival combined with 5FM's annual festival. But this time we got to host the first ever Fun City, you know. And guys, this is a great event. This is where your who's and who's are, everyone in the industry. Well, a lot of people in the industry attended. Casper was there, AKA was there, Herbalife's Siko Dumi Boy was there, you know, Nasty was there, Rolene was there, a lot of artists were there. Obviously the whole of Pretoria was there. Our lovely big DJ Snow Deep was there. Dino was there, was he there? I don't know. Buddha was there, you know. Everyone was there. My best friend was there. He drove down, you know. This was an insane weekend. I can't tell you. Have you ever woke up, drank? Drank. Like, that was the weekend. That's the worst weekend I've ever had in my life in terms of punishing my liver. I drank. I don't even know if we were to go to a doctor, I probably would have been admitted for alcohol poisoning. Like, Cheeto, yo. I'll play you some clips from Sun City that you can watch. Like, that's how much fun Sun City was. Like, it was crazy. I was with my best friend, as you can see. He was there, obviously.
That's always dancing.
Why would he stay?
Dancing.
And what else? Sun City, it's just Sun City. Like, you need to go to Sun City to understand why Sun City is like Sun City. Like, yeah. And then after Sun City, so the day we left, I think we left on a Sunday or on a Monday, because I mean we had to rest. We left on a Monday morning, afternoon, and we had already planned to go meet Mum Cynthia, not Mum Cynthia, at Sinotando. I forgot the lady's name. We had to go to Sinotando to go fulfill a program that I planned, or yeah, this is in part of the company's way to give back. They've on a yearly basis go back to the same orphanage where it's, well, because she called it, it's a daycare where she takes care of kids whose parents go to work and whose kids who don't have parents, you know, and she does it for free, I'd like to believe. I need correction on that. But yeah, so she literally takes care of a lot of kids in Alexandra, this lady. Wonder Woman, you know, beautiful woman, touched my heart. You know, those women that remind you of your mom, you know, that really care about saving the world and in their own rights, you know, and she was doing amazing. So we went to her after, was for Mom Cynthia's birthday. Mom Cynthia was turning a certain number of age, and she asked that I organized for her to meet with the kids so she can buy them food and just spoil them on her birthday, and she did that. It was so beautiful. And then we went again for the Sinotando yearly project, yeah, homecoming for Mandela Day. We went and we spent a day with the kids, we fed the kids, we donated a whole lot of things for the kids, and it was this was well planned out by me because I'm very passionate about community work, community projects, and giving back. So I led this on full on with my team, of course, but that is for me probably one of the most important jobs that I've done in that internship that year, is to give back and to see kids smile, to see Mom Tandy smile because her kids are happy. My heart is fulfilled. There's nothing gonna make me happier. So, and then there was August. Also, August wasn't that busy. We only had arts. Oh, we had Arts on the Rise, and we had Mufasa. Yes, Arts on the Rise, which is a dope platform, very, very dope platform where local artists and people who are just on the rise sign up to be part of this platform. And if you win Artists on the Rise, you end up being part of Homecoming Africa, part of Homecoming festivals, gigs. They can invite you to the events that they host, like Sunny Fontaines and all these others can play at. Very cool. I met a few interesting individuals there that I'm still connected with till this day, you know, that I believe we've got beautiful talent in this country that just goes unnoticed. But Begazela, when I don't give up, hustle your way up. We all hustling, we all fight for our dreams, you know. If you're starting out by yourself, try to learn as much as possible about working a brand, you know, managing a brand. Manage your brand first before you get crooked out there. It's a cold world out there. So yeah, we did Arts on the Rise, and then we had Mufasa, one of my favorite events. That was the biannual soccer tournament that the company hosts, and I get to MC at it. And you know, it's a beautiful day with soccer on the ground, different teams, people competing, well, kids competing for a prize, and it's very fun to see and watch. And then September was the big festival, obviously the biggest, Homecoming Africa and the main boss's birthday celebration. So two big events happened in September. September is quite hectic. I remember it was that September my life was non-existent. Literally week in, week out we were working. If it was not the event, it was the prep for the event, because Africa is an actual festival that we get I think over 100 staff members on that day, and there's just so much that goes into that event, and so much learned also throughout that event. I learned quite a lot. Africa was amazing. Africa is where you get to learn the most about yourself and where you actually want to be if you were to work in this space, you know. I was doing social media, I was handling social media at Africa, and it was probably one of the best jobs to do on the day because I got access to everywhere, backstage, VVIP, everywhere. there's no past that area that I couldn't go to, you know, whereas everybody else had tags that had limited access. So, which is, you guys should know and recognize that social media management is actually an important job. Okay, stop looking down on us. Alright, so it was all right, where I was dressed in this beautiful outfit that got so many likes on Instagram. Actually, it shook me, and I was like, because it was just a simple outfit, like, you know, I had shorts, I had a white fitted shirt, and then I wore my beautiful sneakers, and then I wore Basha. I think Basha was what people liked because it was a sort of like a different element that I brought to my look, you know. And I was playing the role of the drug dealer's son, because the whole theme was a Narcos theme, and it was pretty cool, pretty dope. But like that night again, I realized that I work with people who really get drunk, like drunkards. You can shoot me for saying this, it's fine. So anyways guys, yeah, that was my story about me as an intern. And this story, I hope you took some few stuff from it, and there are valuable lessons that you can take out and run with to the world about a lot of things that are subtle that I don't have to mention, you know, that I got to learn, and I hope help you in the end. and I hope you are safe, quarantining safe. Those are going back to work, please stay safe. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to do the thing. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you in my next video.